Michelle Bourez, Leo Fioravanti, and Jacob Wilcox out there trying to avoid a 33rd result. Something we just saw Carmichael get dealt with in the heat previous. And for Carmichael being in the top 10, that'll cost him his top 10 positioning. Hanging in the next stop on tour in Brazil. During the break, we saw a serious paddle battle. Leo getting this one as well.
Wow, well, he likes those paddle battles, doesn't he, Joe? He's almost showing to the top guys in the world. You want to battle for a wave? Let's do it. Jacob Wilcox takes the next one. And he's injured his ankle, so it's going to be interesting to see how he holds it together. Such a nice young kid and starting to grow up and get bigger and stronger. Remember, he's a tiny little mini grom when he first started doing his thing on the tour, and good result down at Bells Beach. The Spartan Michelle Bourez to find himself in this round has got to be kind of scary. Just kind of saw what happened with Wade Carmichael and Michelle Bourez.
Leo Fioravanti loves getting the first ride of the matchup. Starts with a carve, little layback off the top, nice vertical. Snap to slide down through this inside corner. Showcasing a lot of variety. The Italian jams the finish and will get on the board quickly.
Wade Carmichael would have paid a lot of money for that wave right at the end of his heat, Joe. That was something special right there at the end of that one. Rapid fire. I mean, it was super sleepy through that first heat of this round, and now it is absolutely lighting up. Conditions are absolutely perfect. Leo laying back into that one, mixing it up with some variety all the way through. Slides the tail out. Combination of major maneuvers there. Look at the size of the wave here from Leo Fioravanti. Just hooks it back into the corner, drops back down, and what that does is it puts him in such a good spot for this big layback snap. A lot of power involved in that maneuver there for Leo.
And just taking on the world. He's so motivated to have a spot full time as we go to a power hook. Out the back for Michelle Bourez. Clean wrap in the pocket as well. Now he's got a big section building down the line. Hits that lip line for a big float to finish. As we go back to Michelle Bourez. Talk about power pots.
Yeah, look at that there. That's the thing that I really like about Michelle surfing, is the power that he brings to it. You know, it's not a stock standard maneuver when you talk about Michelle Bourez, because, you know, you think about how strong he is.
Fading the takeoff, our other wild card coming off a trials win, Jacob Wilcox. Belts that first section.
Oh,
nice whip off the top.
Wilcox on his backhand. A little bit of a different approach. This for me was nervous moments right here. He snaps it up, gets hung up just a little bit, and then goes down in that little vortex there where...
And that's going to leave the Italian out the back. Rapid cut back for Fioravanti. Now setting up that section. Instead of hitting it, he'll kick out for priority. Big whip on that first section for the surfer from Tahiti. Putting a lot into that second turn, but he can't hang on.
Almost puts you in that pause position at the top. Not this guy, though. This guy's not got anything close to pause. This maneuver right here, he tries to kick the tail right out the back of the wave and kind of lose his balance just a little bit coming down there. So Michelle Bourez.
The surf is pumping in this heat. A lot of opportunity. The local boy looking to recover. Backhand carve for Wilcox. Quick jam in the pocket. Right into a tail drifting maneuver that he loses once again. So he did have his ankle strapped up when he joined us in the booth the other day, Potts. He said he was feeling solid, though, to perform. When he hits the lip, he looks really comfortable, but after two falls, you start to wonder how comfortable he's really feeling with that ankle.
At the moment with that 4.17, which is his backup. Jacob Wilcox trying to get himself into this heat. He's a 4.41. Big snap under the lip here. I love that deep bottom turn that he's got going.
Kind of from Polynesia, Hawaiian, Tahitian surfers that do well at this wave. Open ocean surf with a lot of power to dig in. There's that rail lighting up that first section for Michelle. Good for one move, and he's out. Look at it, Michelle just eyeing off a section to lay that rail into. Look out. Well worthy of that solid score as we get back into live action. Vertical climb for Fioravanti. Nice little power carve in transition. Attacking that whitewater line. And just playing with the foam, he'll be able to skip those rocks, and looks like he's committed to more. Not wanting to kick out, he'll find one more section there. Had a couple of heats where he got to surf with Kelly, who he spent a lot of time with, and oftentimes he was victorious. Let's see what he did here.
Yeah, up and over the top there. I'm not quite sure about that maneuver out here at Margaret River. You know, it looks nice. I prefer that open face turn, you know, the big gouging maneuver that Michel Bourez did, and then all this work through the inside here. I'm not sure how many more points this is actually going to put on the board. So for me, you know, you've got to do all the work out the back, Joe, that first and second maneuver. I love this turn here. I mean, don't get me wrong, straight up through the lip, but to me it doesn't look as dynamic as the Michel Bourez maneuver out on the open face, just that big hooking, powerful turn. You know, Leo Fioravanti, very, very strong young man. He's done a lot of hard work. He's had some serious injuries, and he's looking strong and fit again. So, you know, this kid's dangerous. He's a smart competitor. He puts heats together very well. He doesn't get intimidated by anyone. I think that's one of his strengths right there.
Love the variety that he's putting into the wave, but I'm with you, Potts. That real big first section feels like it's really worthy on the open face, especially when it's the Spartan winding up with power and speed. Margaret River main break is absolutely pumping. It's getting better and better every heat as Wilcox comes around the corner, tags it vertically. Another nice vertical whip, and wow, where is the lip section there? Just sucking off that shallow shelf. Looked like a whitewater rapid, but he still tried to hit it.
Look at Jacob's wave. Beautiful first turn. Kind of got caught a little bit right there, but connects nicely with the second turn. Gets that board nice and vertical. And then an incomplete third turn. I mean, that stuff right there, what's going on right there? That's... is that even meant to happen on a wave? As Jacob goes into that little float turn, and he doesn't quite ride out of that.
And the local contingent in the main break, he wants to do some damage on the top 34. Hitting it off the roof is the Tahitian, Michel Bourez. Power hack on the second move, late hit on the finish, and he can't hang on.
He got his score.
Jacob Wilcox coming around the corner with a big backhand re-entry that he can't hang on to. He is battling for a spot into the round of 32. Had second for a moment.
The tour, you know, missing events here and there, so you've got to keep yourself in tip-top shape. Eye on the prize. Here we go.
Jacob Wilcox needs a 5.71. He misses that section. Setting up this wave deeper is the Italian. Leo Fioravanti, quick whip off the top. Nice carve on the open face. Sets that rail for a rapid cutback. Nice clean surfing, just jamming all the right on the screen as well. Let's go back to Leo's wave.
Yeah, a little bit mistimed on that first maneuver, but it put him in such a good spot for that one right there. Just right in the pocket, right in the guts of the wave. I like the way Leo's taking his time. He's not rushing it, is he? He's just waiting for that wave to stand up, and as it does, that's when he's deciding on what maneuver he's going to do. Split-second timing. First maneuver didn't time it well, but the second one, this was the second one, just absolutely perfect, connecting. You can see when your timing's on and the wave's right there, you don't really have to do that much to make it look good, and Leo knows he's on his way to a win here, doesn't have to push the issue too much, and that's why he's taking his time. That's why there's no pressure on him. And
right into a little backhand wrap from Jacob Wilcox. Tough float to get out of.
Once you do that, it's going to be hard to beat you. Jacob Wilcox, on the other hand, can see that the sense of urgency, a little bit off time there.
Underneath his feet, hung on to that. Look out, the Spartan coming around the corner. There's that solid wrap. Rips one off the lip, looking to finish. Michel off the bottom, big float. And stays on his feet.
Oh, I love it. I love the drama that these guys create. Got to almost let it happen naturally. Michel Bourez, he can make anything happen. But what he needs to do is better that second highest score of a 5.47. I'm not sure whether that's going to be it. First turn, let's see. And this is the thing with the body language. Look at the upper part of the body, twisting and carving his way through. That's what makes Michel's Bourez surfing look amazing, is that upper body work that he's got going. Float turn right there, nothing too critical. And then the second move up again and over the top. Beautiful floating maneuver. A little bit more drama on that one. Up over that inside ledge.
And Jacob, after a quarterfinal of Bells, 33rd at Karamas, earning this spot through the trials through a very solid local contingent. Represents WA once again with some great backhand surfing here at main break, but we will lose Jacob Wilcox from the draw at the Margaret River Pro with Bourez and Fioravanti moving on to the round of 32. The elimination round continues.